We've got one foot in 2024 and I'm already getting hyped for the year ahead. This could be the Switch's last stand as Nintendo's main console, so I want to look ahead and see what's coming. Will it be going out with a bang? Of course, we are focusing on physical releases, and this is a slight accompaniment to the imports video I did a few weeks back and the JRPG releases. But this is focusing more on general retail releases in the West. However, there may be a little bit of a crossover between the three videos. But anyways, these are the big hitters everyone is going to see in stores in random order. Let's jump in. Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 Remastered. Oh man, you don't know how excited I am to play this. Just playing old ass Tomb Raider games officially on modern consoles. I mean, I know these games have aged like milk in an old man's pocket, what with the controls, although to be fair, by the third game in the series, even gamers at the time were kinda sick of it, but forget that noise. I'm gonna power through and enjoy some good old slow-paced archaeological puzzles and platforming and blast a T-Rex in the face. There's a kind of atmosphere to these games that really gets to me. I plan on doing a Tomb Raider retrospective over on my other channel, A Bit More Jordan, in the next few years, so yeah, I'll be picking this package up for that alone. This hasn't officially been announced for a physical release, but I will be shocked I tell you, if it doesn't. Shiren the Wanderer is another one I'm really looking forward to. It's the first new Shiren game in almost a decade. I mean, I know the series is hardly known for its evolution, in fact, it's more known for being stuck in its ways, but that's why I love it. Old school dungeon crawling, a proper roguelike, one where you get properly punished for messing up, but you really want to do better next time. These aren't going to be for everyone, and it's hardly going to be as amazing as Your Dreams, because I don't think, you can bribe anime girls to fall in love with you, but this is the next best thing really. This has been confirmed for a Western physical, and if you want to order it or any of the games in this video, consider using the links below in the description. That massively helps support the channel. VGP are a great company with good prices in very favorable Canadian dollars and reasonable shipping to the US. They also have free shipping over 80 Canadian dollars worldwide. Plus, if you buy something with our link, you have the chance of winning a $10 discount coupon each week, of which I announce the winner for every Monday. So yeah, thank you for your support. Princess Peach Showtime is releasing in March, and this has been a long time coming. It's been about 20 years since Peach last starred in her very own game, and alright, that may have been a pretty beige DS game, but this Switch release is looking really snazzy and interesting. It has a stage play-like theme, as Peach dresses up in different costumes, which gives her different abilities. Detective, chef, I'm just waiting for the BDSM dominatrix reveal. Quite standard, but it will obviously have that little bit of Nintendo magic that makes it stand out from the rest. I've been playing Mario Wonder with my daughter, and she's been playing as Peach. She really likes her, so maybe she'll want to play this when it comes out. I might get it for her birthday. Mario vs Donkey Kong is one I'm a bit unsure of. It's a remake of a Game Boy Advance game, a puzzle platform game, but I'm personally struggling to see the value here unless they've yet to unveil some new content or features from the original. Saying that, it's still a great game and a nice evolution from Donkey Kong 94 on the Game Boy. It looks bright, colourful, your classic plasticky look that they all think Game Boy Advance remakes should look like, and it's been a good while since the last game in the series. It's releasing in February. Another code, Recollection, is releasing super soon, a couple of weeks in fact. This is a double pack of mystery adventure games with puzzle and an interesting narrative. I mean, I haven't played either of them for any more than 5 minutes, but this is the type of game that can always pull me in if I have the time for them. Something to sit down with a cup of tea on a cold wintry afternoon as I'm skiving off of work. Not that I've ever done that. Anyways, this is something for the more pensive, emotional folk out there. I don't think there's a flamethrower in here. Rainbow Cotton was originally a Dreamcast game I recently played, and it's pretty bad overall, which is a shame because it has an excellent premise, just poor execution. That's why I'm rather excited to see how this remake is going to change things up for the better, hopefully, because really just a few tweaks here and there and you've got yourself a bloody good charming time. So there really is hope for this to become a classic rail shooter since it has all the ingredients. If you want to know my thoughts about the original Dreamcast version, well, you'll probably want to head over to my other channel, A Bit More Jordan. Every week I complete a Dreamcast game. At the time of making this, we are up to game number 13, and Rainbow Cotton is game number 26. So yeah, there is a while to go. Just be subscribed and get there in time. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is an interesting choice for the HD treatment on the Switch. Personally, I would have thought they may have bundled 1 and 2 together, seems reasonable. But no, they're not being as generous as they were with Pikmin. Never mind, because this one is one of the best 3DS games, like full stop. My only issue is how will the dinky feeling of the mansions now feel on the big screen? They were perfect for portable play, but now we're in big boy territory. We're also coming off the back of Luigi's Mansion 3, which is a phenomenal game, so it's really up against it, but I think the quality will still shine through. The Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown is an action platformer going back to the series' roots as a side-scroller, but this time it's a Metroidvania, which is interesting. I think many fans, especially those around my age, are a bit bummed out that it's not a 3D action game that we remember from like the PS2 era, but hey, those are expensive to make now, so an indie game will have to do. It looks alright to be fair. I expect solid gameplay and polish, not my type of game, but I know many Metroidvania lovers are out there, so you should be quite excited for it. Spy Cross Anya Operation Memories is a peculiar looking game. I don't really know what I would be jumping into with this since it looks like a everything in the kitchen sink type of job, but yeah, you have to complete a photo diary of memories, but you also have to play a lot of mini games in the process. It doesn't look like your standard WarioWare or Mario Party type thing though. I'm not getting the feeling this will be an essential purchase, but damn, it has piqued my interest. Is Anya a spy? I don't know. Unicorn Overlord is a huge one for JRPG fans. This is a Vanillaware game that's been years in the oven, so no doubt it's gonna be perfection, right? Maybe we'll have to see. This is a game that is giving me big vibes of Dragon Force on the Saturn, with of course Fire Emblem comparisons as well, but it looks like there is a hell of a lot of stuff going on. The trailer was hard for me to get a grasp of, but perhaps that's a good sign that it's going to be like a magnum opus for Vanillaware. It's releasing in March, and there is a gorgeous looking special edition with an eye-watering price. Paper Mario The 1000-Year Door doesn't have a release date as of writing this, and there's no official pre-orders for a physical release, but don't worry, I'm pretty certain it will have one. This is the game people have been asking for over a decade for, a remake of the best Paper Mario game, the GameCube classic, looking better than ever, and now not needing to pay $100 to play the legit version on a proper console. Are you happy now, Paper Mario fans? I think they're more worried about what they're going to complain about next. What can they complain about? Nothing. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy is coming out in just a couple of weeks, and it's one I'm genuinely excited for because we all love the original trilogy, but that's been passed around more than Bob Marley's spliff. Now we finally get a taste of some of the later games in the series when it started to go 3D, and yet still retains the amazing stories, characters, and the bewildering logic that we all adore. Previously, this was announced to be only getting a physical release in Japan and Asia, but very recently, a North American version, a physical release was announced, which is great news for everyone except Europeans. We'll just drink our tea and chomp on our baguettes in silent disappointment. Little Nightmares 3 is a game I think everyone forgot was announced, but it wasn't a fever dream. This third entry is being made by a different team to the first two, since a blood-sucking vampire called the Embracer Group embraced the original devs with handfuls of cash. Please, someone do that to me. So this entry is up to Supermassive Games, who have a nice pedigree in the horror genre, although perhaps slightly less surreal than this series, but we'll have to see. I think it could do with a new set of eyes, some new ideas. Looks like it could be one of the best horror games of the year. TSUKIHIME A Piece of the Bluegrass Moon is probably going to be the premier visual novel released on the Switch next year. I do plan on making a video about VNs in 2024, but I thought I'd stick this in here as well because it really is a big step in the direction of getting the best visual novels ever made finally in English. This is an expanded remake of a VN from 2000, and it's so expanded that this is technically only the first half. They split it into two, the second half of which should arrive in Japan this year too. It's also worth noting this remake started work in 2008 and released in Japan in 2021, so some may say it's taken a while, and I genuinely hope this English translation is a success because it will send a message that there is demand for high quality, big budget VNs from publishers other than Spike Chunsoft and Axis Games. Just get this, guys, okay? We'll still have to wait until summer, but come on, just get it. Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes is coming in April and definitely has a physical release happening, and oh boy am I excited for this one. One absolutely enticing prospect, the creator of Suikoden making a brand new RPG with the same kind of gameplay. I'm gonna need a new pair of underpants. I've actually been very careful not to see any kind of updates or footage since I want to go in blind. Even this trailer that I'm playing over my talking, I'm not even looking at it, so yeah, I just can't wait for this. Please be good. Penny's Big Breakaway is probably the reason we haven't had a follow-up to Sonic Mania. It seems that the team that worked on that were busy working on their own IP, and maybe that's shown in the name, hoping this is a breakaway release for the studio. And it looks pretty fantastic, all things considered. It's really taking me back to the good old era of 3D platformers, especially on the PS1 for some reason, like Pac-Man World, Croc, games like that. Here you have to use a yo-yo to use as a whip and help in platforming the small but vibrant worlds. I know 3D platformers seem to come and go since they lack the je ne sais quoi of the classics, but I hope this one can see some success. Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time, is going to be a fantastic little time sink. As you mix life sim with action RPG, there are multiple job classes to take on, each with their own unique little thing going on. And I heard from players of the 3DS game that it was fantastic to go through all of them. Hopefully this is just as charming, and it's from a level 5 who are always a safe pair of hands, even if it takes them an eternity to release their damn games. And there we have it. These are the games that I'm excited for in 2024 physically. As I've said, I've made videos about imports and JRPGs in 2024, and I could have, mixed and matched with stuff, but, I don't want to repeat myself too much. So if you want to see a full menu of 2024, hit up those previously mentioned videos. I'm sure they're popping up on the screen right now, and subscribe because I'll have more videos like this in the future.